because you guys know Prodigy was a studio rat. So you know that kind of thing. So as you can see, it doesn't have a track list, and I didn't open it. I didn't open it. I might do it eventually because when I do, you know, Mob Deep reviews, I might have to open it up and that kind of thing. So right now I'm on Wikipedia, so I'm just looking at the track listing. Um, the singles of the album include "Against the World," "Taj Mahal," "Down for You" with Nas, and "Look at Me." Um, Man, standout tracks for me, I'm gonna have to go with "Against the World," "Gunfire," "Easy Bruh," "Look at Me" featuring Clips. That shit goes hard. The the M to the O, the M, the O, the B with Big Noise. I fucking love that shirt right there. Taj Mahal, um, Mr. Magic goes hard. Score Points, My Era, Porter Henny, Clear Black Nights, Discontinued, and Real the Real Thing. Um, I might catch some flack for this, but I was never a fan of the Down for You with Nas and Georgia Smith, and I wasn't a fan of the Love the Way, which is like part two of Down the Way. Down for You, I was not a fan. I just feel like that song didn't fit the album. Maybe for Nas's album, or for a Nas album, just not for Mobb Deep. Just my personal opinion. And I get it. It was like their attempt to do another Getaway or In Love with You. That song with 112, kind of like their attempt to do that. But it's just like that's one thing like you just can't recreate. You know, my personal opinion. But I feel like they did a great job with Prodigy's vocals. It felt like he was here. You know what I mean? And I fucking love this album right here. Love this album. This is my fourth favorite album from Mobb Deep. This is a dope a send off of Mobb Deep, that kind of thing. And what I love about it is the fact that they kept it in house. You kept it Havoc and Alchemist on the production. I don't want to do no Hit Boy, nothing against Hit Boy, but I no Pete Rock, nah. Just kept it in the house, and that's why I like Havoc and Alchemist. They the day ones, you know what I mean? And that's what I fucking love. And I love the fact that Havoc did the majority of the production. I think Alchemist only did one, two, three, four. So he did 4 beats, and then Havoc did the rest. So it's 15 tracks. So I'm glad I got my hands on this. And a little follow up too. I had to get this. This is the Matchbook edition that I got up from Mass Appeal. I both got these on Mass Appeal, and I got the Matchbox. I believe this is sold out on Mass Appeal. So if you didn't get it, might as well go on like Discogs or eBay. But this was $20, so I had to get that. And then what's cool, got the, it's Mobb Deep Against the World. I think that's pretty fucking dope. So love that shit. And when you open it up, it has like matches, and it has a track list on the matches and shit like that. So I'll eventually open it up once I do the album review for the the Mobb Deep album. So, but yeah, Mobb Deep Infinite, fucking love this album right here, man. Yeah, great album. All right. And then, last but not least, we're still in the, still in the tri-state area. You're still in the boroughs. I want to say this brother is from Brooklyn. I want to say, and we're gonna go with he was a music VJ, kind of like in the same vein as like Ed Lover and Dr. Dre with Yo MTV Raps, and he actually dropped an album of his own. I think you guys kind of might not know who I'm talking about, but it is Crazy Sam and the Verbal Assassins with Street Power, released in 1994. I've been trying to get this out for a while. I remember I had the chance to get this back in 2001, back in the early 2000s, when I was living in Queens. There was a store called, what was that shit called? Music Factory, and I saw it. I never picked it up. And then I haven't seen it since. And then album has gone up in price and that kind of thing. And so I got it for a pretty good price. I think I got this for like $12 or something like that. Don't remember, but I got it for a pretty decent price, like in the pre-teens or somewhere in the teens. Don't remember. I have to check my eBay, purchases and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty good stuff right here. Obviously, Crazy Sam, he's a music VJ. Like I said, like Carson Daly. Dr. Dre, Ed Lover, and that kind of thing, and like basically the Verbal Assassins, like the rappers that is under him, that kind of thing. It's a dope album right here. I mean, the production on here is pretty dope. It definitely captures that. It definitely is like the typical '94 boom bap from that time period. Kind of has like an underground feel to it, but it's dope. You got songs like "Coming in the Underground," "Street Power." That shit goes hard. "My Hoodie," which I believe was a single of the album. "Pay Your Dues" goes hard. "A Few More Bucks." "Whipped." "Verbal Assassin," and "Jail Rap." Those are like the standout tracks. My only gripe with this album is the fact that the intro of the songs is like kind of like what drags the album down. You got a dude that's rap. Like he talks like he kind of remind me of Bobby Goldthwait. For those who don't know, he's a comedian from the '80s. He's known for like doing like he was a crazy punk rock dude from the Police Academy series. The dude with the crazy hair and shit like that. Like his voice. And there was a show back in the early to like late '90s, up to mid to late '90s, called the Machi Show, and Bobby Goldthwait was the voiceover of the character Moxie, who kind of looked like a Crash Bandicoot, like on crack, like a really skinny, fucked up, bugged out version of Crash Bandicoot, and with that voice, he kind of has like that voice in a sense, like it's really annoying, and it drags down the song. It's like sometimes the instrumental. I mean, sometimes the intro kind of fucks it up for the songs. Like I don't know what they were thinking for that. They could have just did like just straight to the point to the song and that's it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Cool album, not a classic by all means, but like I said, it has like that typical 1994 New York boom bap feel that I love. That kind of thing. It's just like the intros to the songs is kind of what kind of drives the songs, like drives the album, kind of makes it unlistenable. But yeah, Crazy Sam with Street Power. I believe he passed away. I've read somewhere in the internet that he passed away. Let me know if that's true. That's crazy if it is. But yeah, Crazy Sam Street Power released in 1994. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely stay tuned. As you can see, I got a new camera. Finally got my hands on a new camera. So with this, I can bust out more reviews and CD collections. There's more to come, man. Next up is a CD, is an album review. So definitely stay tuned. Alright, peace.